Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Stephen, appreciate you joining us here on a Friday. Before we get into Cowboys talk, just general NFL news, knowing you're on the competition committee. With the hit on Trevor Lawrence, the 3-game suspension, a lot of talk about fake slides and quarterbacks, pretending to slide or go out of bounds. How much do you think you guys will talk about that in the offseason, about putting in a rule to prevent that from happening?
Well, I think it's something we always have to mind. And, it's tough being a defender in this league, especially when you're, trying to get a quarterback on the ground. And you got, the athletes are only getting better at the quarterback position, whether it's a Josh Allen, whether it's a Patrick Mahomes, whether it's a Trevor Lawrence, a Dak Prescott. I mean, these guys are athletic, and they know they have that protection. And, unfortunately, we put the onus on the defenders, to stay out of certain areas in the quarterback's wheelhouse. And, in no way, would I say, and, unless someone corrected me, that, the Texans defender had bad intentions. I think he was, they're trying to win the game. They're trying to not let that quarterback get extra yards, or, it's a tough deal. And, these quarterbacks, when they slide, you don't know for sure, where their head's going to be, where their neck's going to be. And, I think it's difficult on the defender, but at the end of the day, they know they have, that risk. And not only is it a penalty risk, it's a fine risk. And ultimately, in this particular case, it was a suspension liability. So, it's difficult. In no way do I think our players in the NFL, though, have, the mindset that they're going to try to hurt somebody. I think they respect one another. I think they certainly want to win games. They certainly want to make the play to keep a team from making a play that wins the game. And so they're in a conundrum. I mean, that's a difficult deal. And at the competition committee level, we have respect for that. But it'll be something, which is the job of the competition committee, is to sit down and discuss that. And is there a better way than what we're doing right now? And, to have the proper respect for the defenders, but at the same time, all 32 teams have a vested interest in, the most important position on the field, which is quarterback. I think everybody knows that. And, we certainly don't want to see those guys on IR and missing football games.
Well, Stephen, it sounds like you made a worthy defense for him, but you lost. And it wasn't just a kind of a suspension. Your committee went full in, skipped a step. What was the committee vote like? Were there other folks like you, other members of the committee that felt like this is going to have to change sooner than later, that, we're penalizing a thing that we've gone too far with?
I mean, that'll be something we discuss in the offseason. I'll say this, the committee doesn't have a say in length of suspension versus fine. We set the rules. We know there's certain degrees of seriousness to where players can be suspended for 1 game, 3 games, 6 games. Are you a player that had these offenses before? These are all things that go into it, but they don't bring a suspension like that to the committee and have us vote on it. That's done by the league office, the commissioner and Troy Vincent, and our group of executives up there that make those calls. We just make the rules, and then they decide, in their opinion, at the end of the day, after we make rules, to what degree it should be, whether it's a fine, a suspension, or length of suspension.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Tough news yesterday on the injury front for the Cowboys, with the news that Zack Martin is going to have surgery, out for the year. My immediate thought was, man, what a rough way for him to end that Hall of Fame career, although he said yesterday he had no intentions of retiring. But when you heard that news, I mean, do you kind of worry about the future playing days for Zack Martin?
Well, let's start with the Zack Martin, the man. I mean, what an amazing man he is, both on and off the field, in terms of how he's represented the Dallas Cowboys and the organization. He's always done everything the right way. You look back on it, I mean, the guy's missed very few games. He's always available. He's a competitor. He's everything you want. When you draft a player for the Dallas Cowboys, you could draw one up better than Zack Martin. He's no doubt in my mind, he'll be in the Ring of Honor. No doubt in my mind, he'll be a Hall of Famer. He'll wear a gold jacket. I mean, this guy's done everything the right way. And I know, his mindset is right now, I just want to, fix the problem. And that's what he's going to do. He did everything. He went out of, he tried every avenue to not have that season ending surgery, but ultimately, we tried everything. It's just something that, he couldn't play with. And if anyone knows Zack Martin, if anyone could have played with it, he would be the guy to do it. And have nothing but great respect for him. And, I know all he's worried about right now is let's get that ankle well, and we can worry about the long term later.
Absolutely. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. I know it's a busy Friday for you. Got a big game coming up on Monday night. Get that third one in a row. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend.
Thanks a lot, guys. Always great being on with you.
Appreciate it. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.